Hey everybody, this is Manny again, coming back to you again, talking about anyone can buy a home. All right, we're talking about chapter 4. Chapter 4 is the last chapter, and this is where your patience has been tested. You followed the first 3 steps, right? You mentally got ready to buy a home. You provided all that crazy paperwork to your mortgage lender. You got the dual process, pre-qualified and pre-approved, and you went to the diligence of picking out a licensed realtor that is certified to help you with negotiating a home, put an offer. The offer got accepted. You didn't know it, you didn't think about it, you got a call, you got a text message, someone emailed you, you got your offer accepted, you're super excited. The last step is confirming your financial benefit. Okay? Now we have a home, we have a price, we have numbers that we can iron out even more your financial benefit. Yes, we solidified your pre-approved. Now this is the biggest part that you need to know, that now the mortgage is going to be really intensified on documenting and detailing your numbers, because it's confirming the financial benefit that a lot of clients forget about. Because remember, you only have one time to do this. Once you buy your home and you get your keys, all those discussions you wanted to have and all those things you thought about that you think you should have asked your mortgage loan officer or mortgage broker, it's done. It's a signed contract, binded, closed. These are the questions you need to ask. This is what you need to go through in detail when you get that offer accepted. All right, guys, that's why I'm saying confirming your financial becomes. People think, oh man, I can do that. No, it's and you only have sometimes 30 days. So the conversation you have up front, you have a lot of things going on too, right? You're moving, you're basically making this process harder for you to where you work. So I just want you to know that this is going to be a process that you need to do ASAP, and it's confirming your financial benefit. Okay, financial benefit. Now this is the points you look at the chapter. It explains to you all the ones you need to know. Okay, first one, major one that's always on the top of your mind is locking in your interest rate. Okay, that's confirming financial benefit. Many people think you can lock in your interest rate when you're pre-approved. This is the only time you now have the opportunity to do it. Okay, if you have already had a conversation on the interest rate, you already have an idea what it is, you can now have the depth conversation of locking it in. Okay, locking in that interest rate. The second one is getting your loan estimate. Now there is a lot of regulation behind the way mortgage companies send you documentation when it comes to securing your financial benefit. Okay, the entity that kind of really takes care of this process is CFPB, okay, Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. They are involved at a macro level to make sure you get all the right information up front. Okay, guys, your mortgage broker and loan officer are licensed. They have to go through a license testing process to financially make sure you're getting your best financial due diligence taken care of through the process of a document that has to be sent out to every borrower the same way, same format, called a loan estimate. Okay, this is when you can get that document. This holds the lender more binding than you can think on the transaction fees that they actually disclose. Okay, they have to give this very, very, very close to accurately as 100% they can do. Okay, you're gonna get a loan estimate, review it. Now, if you don't know much about it, in my book I have a link to the CFPB site that kind of details how to read a loan estimate. Your loan officer can help you, but you know how you can do your own depth research, right, guys? You want to be fully prepared. Go to that site, can explain the loan estimate in great detail, the pages, the sections, how it can help you understand what your loan is. Okay, it has to be sent to you within 3 days of you locking in your interest rate anyway, guys. There's so many timestamps. So when you start seeing numerous emails with various changes throughout your loan process, don't get frustrated. Any change through certain requirements and certain parameters that are changed within the loan that happens, we have to send you a documentation about it. Even if you agreed to it, even if you knew about it, even if it wasn't an impact change that impacted your cash to close of your loan, it was just something that impacted the process, we have to disclose it. So you will see many changes to your process, but you have to just know that it has to be disclosed to you. Okay, the loan officer have a very good way to kind of explain it to you. Now, the next one is you're going to get an appraisal or an inspection. Okay, financial benefit. Okay, now that is huge. Like we're talking about, this is, you already got the offer accepted, so we're talking about confirming financial benefit. Your home is your financial benefit. What kind of condition is it in? Realize, guys, there's still more due diligence that's being done, even though you put an offer. You just throw your hands up and you're done. I wish it was that way, but there's just so much that we want to take care of for you on the financing side and also on the home side. There's more than your licensed realtor and me or a mortgage broker loan officer will take care of it for you, 100%. Inspection, and they will have someone licensed come out to that property, and it's licensed inspector and also a licensed appraiser. Okay, an inspector is going to come out to just make sure the home meets livable standards. Alright, you can look up what inspection is. You probably had one done on your home before you didn't even know. Checking just the bare bones of the home of livability, the roof, outlets, right? Some foundation work, checking the AC unit, right? Checking the bedrooms, making sure water's running, just those, making sure the livable factors of a home. The appraiser is going to let us know as another inspection, right? You're thinking, what, I did an inspection, and I have an appraisal? Like, what is that? It's another inspection, but now we're going to make sure that the appraiser is basically going to determine value on your home. They're going to say, hey, we know you did an inspection, now we're doing one that tells you what the market is saying your home is worth. So you even get more added value of what your realtor was telling you, that it supports it, right? The lender has to have one of those too. We trust the contract, we trust that you wanted to buy it at a good price. We still need a third party perspective, and that's an appraisal. Okay, some clients just don't realize that process. They're like, is that gonna hurt me? Is that gonna help me? At the end of the day, it's just a required process. After the underwriter review, one thing that you need to always know now too is that when you are gonna get mad at the very end, you get your closing disclosure. Once again, guys, a lot of regulation. Go to the CFPB site. It explains these documentations to you when it comes to the loan. Okay, you're really gonna feel comfortable that there's a lot of moving pieces. You'll feel comfortable. I know it's not comfortable to feel okay when things are moving through a process of buying a home, but I will tell you the closing disclosure is one that is the last document you will be reviewing with your loan officer, your loan broker. Okay, what is that? Basically what it is, it's your loan estimate we talked about, right? Closing disclosure now can get to you after your loan is fully approved. It's solidifying another step in the process. Solidifying to you that you know that now we're just going to be ironing out, detailing your figures. Right, so when you start getting the most important pieces I want you to remember, like I mentioned, is when it comes to the financial benefit, if you go back to the chapter, it's just the rate, the loan estimate, appraisal, CD. Those focus points, everything else in the middle is going to be moving. Know those, and when you hear those, you step back and think about, I need to ask more questions. I remember the book. I got to ask more questions on those major steps. Have to. And then you close it on your loan. Basically, it's all built up, the days of the hard work, everything you decided to do on the day you close. Right, guys? So that's something I can't put in the book. That's just an emotion you're going to feel once you get there. It's going to be a great feeling. You're going to be excited, but you're going to realize there's a lot of work that can make to it. The signing appointment will be set. Now, when you get to when you know that you went over your closing disclosure, and now you need to set a time for the close date, you're already going to know what it is because the contract had the date, right? But if you're wondering who's going to help you with that, your realtor. They will make sure that they coordinate a time with the title company based on your schedule. Let them help you to coordinate the time with the title company. Title company is a place where you go and sign this documentation. Right? It is the closing day, right? So make sure you come in person. If you can't go in person, one thing you need to think about is just always remember, even first-time home buyers or even investors, I mean, they forget about the nuts and bolts of just letting them know if you can't be there. Right? There's ways to help you close. Right? Just use your realtor in this process. Regardless of what transaction you're doing in real estate, they're here to help you out. Right? And if you're doing this without representation, just realize that it can be a more complicated process than it had to be. Let them help you. Okay? Now, why are you so focused on the close date now? Right? On getting the scheduling time, why are you making it? Because remember, until you sign, there is nothing that they can do to get you the home in your name. Right? You can do all the reviews, but if you don't actually sign, it's not going to happen. So just make sure you prioritize that day as well, more than ever, your schedule, your day, and your time. All right? Now remember, securing the financial benefit, all these questions. There's so much more. But if you have more questions, if you want more information from the book, read it. There's more chapters, more detail in this. This is just enough that makes you know that you know why you came into buying a home, what made you want to buy a home, and now you know who to talk to in buying a home. Your decision is still up to you. I'm excited that you guys saw the book, you saw the chapters. That's all I got for this one, guys. I appreciate you taking the last chapter.